In this video, we're going to show you to install ignition coils on your Toyota RAV4 located on the sides of your engine. Once you have the hood open, there are going to be 3 spark plugs and coils on the front side of the engine and 3 on the back. I'm going to pop this cover off just to show you what we're going to be working with. So you just gently tug up on this cover, pull it off and set it aside. Now this is going to expose the front side of our V6 engine. There's going to be 3 ignition coils, 1, 2, 3. Underneath these coils are our spark plugs. Now we're going to go ahead and replace the more complicated coil and components on the back side of the engine. So let's go ahead and get to it. We want to go ahead and access our coil on the back side here. We're going to come around and there's a bracket right on the back side. There's going to be a bolt on the bottom, and if you follow the bracket up, there's another bolt to the intake manifold area. And the ignition coil that we need to get to is underneath this particular bracket. The other 2 on the back side are much easier. There's no bracket in the way. You just need to unbolt the coil itself. So let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to use our 12mm shallow socket. Come on over to this bolt right here. And we have a swivel head ratchet. It might help you with a little bit of clearance there. I have that one loose, so I'm going to go ahead and spin that right up by hand. We follow that bracket up right underneath this little wiring here. There's another 12mm right there. Okay, go ahead and remove that bolt. Grab that bracket and we'll pull that out. Now you can reach down along the back side of the intake manifold and locate the connector right here. Now there's a little spring tab on the back side of it. You can pinch that and pull that connector at the same time. You might have to reach around to the front side here to gain access to it as well. And there it is. Now there's a 10mm bolt holding the ignition coil itself. We're going to go ahead and get to that next. We're going to use our 10mm shallow with our swivel head ratchet. Get that on there. Now, here's the bolt right here, and it goes in just on the lower corner of that ignition coil. Now we can reach down and grab that coil. We should be able to give that a little twist. And go ahead and work that up and out. There we go. Now on our new coil, I put a little bit of dielectric grease on the rubber boot itself. I'm just going to kind of smear this around the outside. I put a little dab on the inside as well. I'm going to go ahead and take the coil and go ahead and lower that down inside. Now that we have the coil in place, we're going to install the 10mm bolt, and we'll get that bolt started by hand. So now that we have that bolt in, we're just going to run that down as far as we can by hand. We use our 10mm socket with our ratchet. So once that bottoms out, just give it a little bit more. Grab your coil connector here, line that up, push it on. And once that's on, you want to go ahead and give it a little wiggle, make sure it doesn't pop off again. Let's go ahead and install our bracket. We want to take our bracket and get that into position. All right, now the bracket is in place. The upper bolt should line right up, and we'll go ahead and get that one started. Let's go ahead and tighten down both of those bolts. Now for this upper bolt, I'm just going to gently snug it once that bolt bottoms out. Just give it a hair bit more. And we'll go ahead and do the same for the bottom one. All right, bottomed out, a little bit more. Now we're going to go ahead and repeat that process for the other two on the back minus the bracket. The other two beside it in the middle and the driver's side rear don't have the bracket, so you just have to remove that 10mm bolt for the ignition coil and unplug the electrical connector, and off you go. When installing the top engine cover, you have 3 rubber grommets around the perimeter of it here, and they need to pop on to the ball studs. So go ahead and line that up. It's going to be easy to do so because your oil-filled cap will line up with the cover as well. Gently push down, and you're going to feel it pop in, and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.